It's an interesting week. We are in the second week of October. It is right now October 9th, and today is Thursday. And we are still early in the day. Right now it is only like 10:13. So we don't know if I'll take any trades, but so far I'm not seeing anything. The market is completely just bullish. I always look at Nvidia because Nvidia is just an insane stock. It just keeps going up. I also own Nvidia too, so it's just nice that when it goes up, I make money. But anyways, when I go to the Nasdaq, it's just going straight up, and it's just crazy. The markets just keep going up, and it just feels like it never stops. I don't like anything because right now we are super bullish. Right now it's just falling, but I don't see any levels that I like. I don't see any areas of interest because the market is kind of choppy, and I only take shots. I only take any trades if the market breaks above my pre-market area, pre-market high, but nothing is happening. We are just in the middle of the zone, so I'm not taking any trades. So I am going to break down my trades this week. I did take 2 trading days. Actually, no, I forgot this is a new week, and Monday I actually wasn't trading because I went camping and it was a day off, but I was thinking that maybe I could trade on Monday, like through my phone, but I had no service, so there's no point of me even trading. Going to Tuesday now, this is my 2-minute chart, and I always trade under the 2-minute chart. I do, of course, look at the 30 minutes, the 1 hour, 4 hour when I chart my levels, and then when I actually trade, I go to 2 minutes, and I also zoom out sometimes to 30 minutes to see like the market structure. We have the pre-market high. We have no break and retest. We are just rejecting it, and don't see my strategy, so I'm not going to take it. I do have this previous day's low areas right here, and I could have tried that out, but it was just too messy. And although it did work, I could have got a 3-to-1 here. This is the break and retest, but it wasn't that clean of a level, so I did not take it. If I do go to 30-minute time frame, we can see that it has the previous day's lows right here, but market over here is kind of choppy, and I just didn't like it, so that's why I just didn't want to trade it. And we're still in the bullish market, so I don't really want to short it right now unless it actually breaks like these lows, demand lows. Going to Wednesday now, and I did take a trade, and it was a winner. I did actually get a 3-to-1 finally after I don't know how long, since August. It feels like a long time, but it's been 2 months since I actually took a really good trade, and I'm very happy about it. I stick to my game plan. I followed my plan. I had a proper strategy this time. I didn't just take a random trade. Right here is my trade. I did get a 3-to-1, and I'm gonna go to the bigger time frames to show you guys. Here is the 30-minute time frame, and what I have is I always mark out my previous day's highs and my previous day lows. Right now we are in the middle of a zone, like we're right here, and this is also a pre-market high area right here. So this is the Nasdaq right now. This is the pre-market high, and then when I look to the left, this is also Monday's lows. I'm liking that level. There's also a pre-market high area right here. What I believe is that if the market can reclaim it and it does a break and retest, I believe it can go back up further. It's the same thing, similar to the ES. It has the pre-market high right here, but the levels aren't that clean. The Monday is like, it has a lower here, but the pre-market low is right here. It's not as clean as the Nasdaq, and the pre-market high is also like wicking above this pre-market high, so it's not super clear. So for me, my game plan was that I'm not going to take the ES even though it does break it, but I am going to take the Nasdaq because it looks more cleaner. When I go back to the 2-minute time frame, this is what happens. Nasdaq just did a nice big candle, and then it finally broke up, and then I started getting the retest I liked, and then I just took the trade. I gave it my stop loss underneath the level, and I targeted 3-to-1. Although the ES was under the pre-market highs, I didn't really care because the Nasdaq was doing good. The Nasdaq was my game plan. This for me is that if one market is doing good and I like it, and the other market is not doing good, then it's an A setup. It's not an A plus because there's no market alignment. We could say that there is market alignment still because the market is still bullish, but just looking at the levels, the market isn't bullish for the ES. So the setup is still A. Although I only like taking A plus setups, I just think that sometimes you have to take your shots. And for me, the A plus setup was just the Nasdaq. So I just trusted the Nasdaq. It looked good. I trusted it and I won. My setups also don't happen very often. So if I like something, then I'm going to take my shot. My risk to reward is really good. My win rate not may be the best, but if I don't take my shots, if I don't take a trade that I like, I'm just going to miss my opportunities. For that trade, I did win about $145. And that's basically literally the losses I took from last month. That's pretty crazy because one trade took out all my losses, and that's what I was saying from last month, or like beginning of the month. I was saying that all I need is one trade. So probably during the last couple of days of the month, which was September, I tried taking a trade, but I was basically forcing a trade, and because I knew that I just needed one trade to basically break even or win back all my losses. The trade was a bit smaller because my risk was smaller, and it just depends on the trade, but I was only risking about 25 points. So it should have been about 150, but the order fill was just really slow. And I actually tried manually exiting the trade, but it was just not working, and maybe it just filled me with like a lower price. I'm going to make a separate video on this to like just break down it thoroughly. Yeah, that is it for this week, but I am going to play the live trade, and if I do trade tomorrow, then I'm going to update this, of course. But so far, this is my week. Hope you guys enjoyed the live trade. And what I always like to say is how you do one thing is how you do everything. Keep staying disciplined, keep staying consistent, and let's just get 1% better every day. And I'll see you in the next one.